Helen Keller. Helen Keller was a smart baby. She started talking when she was 6 months old and walking when she was 12 months old. When Helen was 19 months old in 1882, she became sick with a very high fever. Afterwards, her parents discovered she could no longer see or hear. Helen was now blind and deaf. Helen grew up without being able to communicate. She became harder and harder to handle. She threw terrible temper tantrums. Helen's parents took her to a special school for the blind. The director wanted Helen to work with one of the school's top graduates. The woman's name was Annie Sullivan. Miss Sullivan moved to Alabama to live with the family and work with Helen. She tried to teach Helen finger spelling. Things were not going very well. One day, everything changed. Helen's hand was being held under water, pouring from a pump. She realized that her teacher was spelling the word water into her hand. Everything had a name. After that, Helen learned so well that she became the first deaf and blind person to earn a college degree. She dedicated her life to improving the lives of other people. She wrote 12 books and became a world traveler and celebrity. Helen Keller proved that people with disabilities could lead happy, useful lives. Question number 1. Based on information in the text, the reader can conclude that Helen Keller, A, was not born blind and deaf, B, had always been a very good speller, C, went to school with others her own age, D, never got along well with her teacher. 2. Why was Helen Keller such a bad behavior problem when she was a young child? A, she wanted everyone to pay attention to her. B, she thought life was unfair. C, she couldn't communicate with anyone. D, she didn't like going to school. Number 3. What is the most likely reason the author used italics in the paragraph? A, Helen realized her teacher was spelling water into her hand. B, Helen learned to spell her own name. C, Helen finally understood the difference between nouns and verbs. D, understanding things had names was a huge breakthrough in Helen's learning. Number 4. Which sentence best shows that Helen was very successful in life? A, Helen was now blind and deaf. B, Helen Keller was a smart, active baby. C, she wrote 12 books and became a world traveler and celebrity. D, things were not going well, but one day everything changed.